Where's dog? What's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's log, log, log.
Hey everybody, this is Rich Holiday here with Lumber Trades. Just coming in one more time here with a morning wood report, guys. I didn't plan on popping on, but I felt like I needed to due to the fact that why am I so big? What is happening here? I'm really good with technology. Just okay, there we go, guys. Thank you. All right, hey, I just needed to pop on because I saw some things that stuck out to me big time. We're on a little run here, guys. This is not hyperbole, nor is it sales guy talk where we just say, hey, the price is going higher, buy now. Like literally the price is going higher. I'm going to look at a few different charts here. We got the weekly, and then I'm going to pop over to the daily, which I haven't really looked at yet. And I haven't really looked at the monthly. I know the weekly is just my favorite chart. It's is good for people who are buying because it's not too quick of a turnaround like the 4-hour or the daily, where things just kind of don't mean anything on a daily movement or a 4-hour movement. But the weekly shows some pretty good strength here, guys. We have the 9 EMA. I'm going to open up a little bit for everybody. The 9 EMA, the moving average here. Okay, that's the white line. We are strong above the 9 EMA. This EMA, which I was kind of curious to see if we would power through it. As you could see here last week, let me just open up a little bit. We had a candle that showed a little hesitancy, right? The body is under the yellow line. We poked through, but we also went down a little bit. It is a higher high technically, so that was a nice sign. But a lot of times this is called a fake out. You'll see a puncture of a strong EMA like the 20 week here, and then a rejection down and a close under the 9. You're going lower lows. But guys, we didn't see that. Okay. What I see here is strength holding at the 20, and this week a strong follow through early in the week, and we have room to run. Our Bollinger Band up here around 510 would be a first kind of resistance, but the next real resistance, folks, is 632, and we're at 446. That's another roughly $70 per thousand that we could run before we see any true resistance. Is it bull season? I mean, possibly. I am a bull by nature. I have bias. We all have bias, right? Coke, Pepsi. What's your favorite flavor in life, right? My bias in this space is bullish. I love the price action in general. And hey, we're looking like it. We got higher highs on the range high here, and we're just going to continue this way until further notice. Let's look down. Actually, before I go to the daily, let's look at some of our other indicators as well. The RSI here down at the bottom, we have a lot of room to run. We're not even at the midpoint of the RSI. We could go up much higher. The MACD here, we're strong in the green. We're also under the midline on the MACD with these 2 lines there, which means we have a lot of room to run, and we're at a strong green candle on the MACD. Guys, these are just things that allow you to say, hey, where's the volume? The volume's strong. The MACD is strong. The RSI is strong. We're moving up. We are above the 9. We are above the 20. We have blue skies up until the 300 and the 50. I mean, there's no reason to believe anything other than a bull narrative at this point in time, and that's not bias as much as it is just reality. Let's exit out of this pain real quick, and let's look at the daily, folks, just to see if we have any confluence here. I'm going to pop open the daily. Daily looks extremely strong. I'm going to go back to this channel that I drew here on the daily or on the weekly, and it shows good on the daily. We had a higher high in this range back in September to October, and ever since then we've been falling down in this falling channel. Our MACD has been kind of oscillating between red and green, but right here, guys, I see some strength. We are crossing into a overbought territory, which indicates we might have a little cool off here on the RSI. But even if we do cool off on a daily RSI, it could bring us down past the midpoint of the 50s, and we could still never break through the 950 or the 20 So as far as I'm concerned, that's why I don't really like to look at the daily too much, but it is a nice indication of what might happen following on the weekly. This is a very strong look. We're making W's right here. We're going up, and then we're going up, and then my next target would be right around here, 535. 535, which we'll go back to the weekly. 535 is the top of this Bollinger Band just about. Guys, we have room to run. There's reason to believe that we could keep moving up. If you are a lumber yard or a contractor supply and you're looking to buy, it won't hurt to buy now. There's a few things that are helping with the narrative here. It is almost February. A lot of places are starting to buy for their stock now. We do have some bull action going on. Mills are off the market. I don't think you could go wrong with a purchase here in general. Considering especially, I'm going to go to the 3-month chart. That means every single one of these candles is 3 months worth of data. Okay. So we're zooming way out, folks. This chart here is showing to the early 90s. We don't need to go that far. But we see this generational trend line at the bottom. We have capitulation dumps from black swan events like the housing crash in 2009, the stock market crash in 2015, the COVID dip here. We are at the top of these generational bottom trend lines right now. We bounced off of that earlier this and last month. Not a bad time. Not a bad time to buy. Is it going to run all the way up to these generation tops? We're looking at the 1600s, 1500s. Maybe, maybe not. It might just hit the 50-day or the 53-month here. But guys, we're above the 23-month moving average. That's pretty bullish. If we could stay above here for the next 2 months, guys, we're looking golden. A lot of things are looking golden. I don't usually look at the 3-month, but we have a lot of things happening here, folks. Let's look at the monthly. I like the MACD when it's red like this and going white. It means that we can catch somewhat of a bottom. We have a lot of room to run up on the monthly with the RSI, with the MACD. We have a cascading 9-month moving average crashing down on our heads here at $500. But if we could show strength, that shouldn't be anything. The 9 is not as strong as the 20, and it's not as strong as the 20 is not as strong as the 50. So if we can get above the 9, the next peg to knock down would be the 50. So we're looking strong on the monthly. Got a lot of room to run. We're looking very strong on the weekly and very strong on the daily. So I'm going to cut it there, folks. Hopefully this helped. What's the bottom line of all this, right? If I were a lumber purchaser, I think now is a good time to buy. We don't want the price getting away from us. You could sit back and you could wait for opportunities to buy. You could wait for the market to come back to you. But sometimes in the commodities market, especially when there's narratives surrounding it, like mills off the market, like being that it's February and people are starting to buy, this thing may not come back. So, hey, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? We range here for a couple of weeks and then the spring hits and then we go up. Okay. If you are in the need for any type of material, now is a nice time to buy. And hey, guess what? We here at Lumber Trades have material for you. So if you need anything, shoot me a DM here on LinkedIn or shoot me an email, rich@lumbertrades. All my information is going to be on the back end of this video. I'd love to hear from you and I'd love to cover you. So give me a shot and let me be your guy. Thank you so much. And until next time, Rich out.